Hey everybody, this is Big T, and as you can see, today's game will be Dynetzzle, a game based on finding the hidden values in the nets or cut-out versions of dice. And once again, you can find this on Newgrounds. There's an extended version that the maker is getting set up right now. Links will be below. Now, I'm going to play this game in full, but while I'm working on this little portion of my online therapy session, I'm going to blow off a little steam, and no, I'm not talking about the market. You see, I love games, and one of my first memories of games is watching my uncle and older cousin go on a PlayStation 1 marathon, reading the assorted walkthroughs my uncle had printed out from this odd place called the internet. Now, just before the youngest of you laugh, it was about 1997, and the only flashes of color, paired with surprising visuals, came from Final Fantasy and Crash Bandicoot. Fast forward close to 2 decades, and surprisingly, the gaming world has had me hating it. Now that seems as Hippocratic as the last political debate. Watching me play a game, I could see how the past comment could be. An invitation for full-blown game lovers to roast my actions over the flames of hate like a dinner roast. But before you get the seasonings and marinade together, let me explain. People play games to experience new things, enjoying what the real world cannot. Due to such things as either zombie apocalypses not happening, guns with chainsaws not being there, characters with any form of humanity or any shred of something seemingly like originality without sifting through what comes out of the dumpster of the retirement center looking for the odd wallet. Now, if you have some modicum of sense and an hour of free time, you may find that I did not expressly hate any game so far. And I might add that I went down genres I have no skill in, i.e. Poseidon Shoot with the top-down shooter, or Chamber Door for the point-and-click adventure. So how can I have such fun with these things? Well, coming as of the last consoles, it feels like there's a war between two groups, neither of which I throw my hat in with, for the sakes of my ever-shrinking aspirin bottle. One camp is completely populated by those who play Avatar games, Facebook knockoffs, and FPS en masse. Now, I play all three when the need hits me, but after the 30th clone, I'll taste the same thing. And the other camp is the hardcore. Always was gamers who love JRPGs, art games, and anyone who has not preferred this form of entertainment to anything else for at least a couple presidential terms, and believe that club gamer cannot accept the nouveau riche without at least 14 pages of ego massages on a long-standing member until they can sign you in as a mentor to the fucking mafia. Now, games should have something for people of all cuts, and they should respect the differences of the wide colors of experiences we as people have, lived through. And it's all about trying all the different flavors at the buffet of life, not piling up on fries or pot stickers until you pass out, drilling down your Call of Duty t-shirt or Final Fantasy 13 742 hoodie. Please, let's not get into arcade issues either, considering other than the odd retro one, the last arcade gaming breakthrough since the turn of before the turn of the millennium, when the world of gaming on the whole feels like the real world, where both are a just downright painful exercise in nihilistic philosophy, and that is not what the gaming world needs. So in short, a little more difference. Thanks for listening. Now, let's get back to the game for a moment. Nah, never mind. Sorry. Nope, surprise. Plenty to moan about. Because when it comes to games, game journalism, as shown by the whole gamergate complete fuck up, and really the majority of problems in gaming today, it can be boiled down into a small puck with the letters KISS, or keep it surprisingly simple. Tear down all the issues, the camps, the problems. What is the point of games? To enjoy it and have fun. Nothing else. But normally people would add little things to their games to cast a net of people who may not like everything about the game, but can still enjoy it. Whether you're male, female, trans, sexual, transgender, orc, octopus, or sphinx. We have missed the point of something when that something is supposed to make us happy, and most of us feel ill with venom resting in the collective bellies. Why do we need to get into such verbal battles when we have no reason to? Take a third of the energy used in these squabbles and do something about it. And half the problems would be solved. What kind of things could they be? Try and learn how to make a game, or at least learn to draw better if you don't like the art. If it's with the audio, take a moment and see what actually goes into it. And with some people, as much as they squabble, and I know a few of them, they actually applied that energy to that. Hell, they could probably be one of the best in their respective fields of what they have issues with because of how much time they take complaining about it. So, not so short story, but people can like something without getting paid to, and can represent without liking. So if you don't like it, that's fine. Now, please just let it go with something. Because instead of squabbling about things, how about we as a people work on things that better ourselves, not only as gamers, but can take this just to most problems. Now, sorry, this will not happen all the time. Just when something gets on my nerves enough, I will do this. But let's get back to it. Now, hopefully I'm not making myself into too much of a fool here, but as you can see, Dynetzzle is a game. It's not the usual action adventure. It's not a point-and-click adventure, but I am a big fan of puzzles. I used to be a big fan of the Riddler, still am. So hopefully I can at least show you how much fun this game is, enjoying it, while not making myself look like a total buffoon. So, I actually did a little research for everybody. If you have an Android phone, this is in the Android store. And as far as I've been able to see, there is an extended version in the works, if not already out. Haven't found it yet, but in either case, this is the basic version. This is the original 10 puzzles. I think I've actually been making good time so far. This is the 8th puzzle. I'm about 7 minutes in, so if you find yourself that this is a little bit more difficult, because if this isn't your forte, it's actually very easy to pick up. This is actually my first playthrough, so these sort of things were never really the greatest when it came to find the missing number. However, once you kind of get your head wrapped around it, it's actually quite fun. Very enjoyable. As far as I can tell, there is no iPad version. However, the Android version does have one. So if some of you people do that little jailbreaking thing, I never really understood it. But if you do it, you can probably get it, and that's great. Because if you like Sudokus, you'll probably like this. And if you believe that shooting people is the only good version of game, then you're probably not going to like it. However, in either case, it's still a very well-rounded game. The only issue I had was the sound effects. It's a puzzle game, so no big loss there. And just get which goes, I think, yeah. Sorry. Now, when it comes to some of the other things, not all of them will be rant videos, and I apologize if some of you people watch some of the past ones. You like it, and you get this one, and you just get blown away by rants. I don't mean that all the time. I'm actually very happy with a lot of games. It's just, well, you can go back and hear the rant. However, I do think that there are points to be made, and I think gaming does need to kind of revert back to a simpler format, simpler formula. It's there to be fun, make money, and be an experience. And if it doesn't do that, then I think that would be the defining factors of what's a game and what isn't. I think that leaves it pretty open to whoever. Now, out of the therapy session and into what's left of this game, the difficulty curve has gone up a little bit, so kind of surprised because I'm timing myself here, and I'm standing at about close to 10 minutes. However, the last few minutes has been with last 2 or 3 minutes has been the 2 or 3 puzzles that I've been getting through them at a fast clip. So Maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. Probably. Oh well, my ego will just have to deal with that another day. Anyway, for the rest of this, I also tried to get some other things done. Apologies once again, I tried to do some recording on my laptop to find out that it will not support the software I use. Not only that, it won't support catching the audio either, so playing on that for some reason is completely useless. Pardon me. And it's just for those who believe that you make your own luck, there's some people you'll find out that just have the worst luck imaginable. You just wake up, and if you play any sort of D&D games, you wake up, you crit fail. That's how some days are, and that's okay. It happens. You just have to kind of roll with it, so to speak. But hopefully, if not the next video sometime soon, I would like to get audio so that way I can, show you more action adventure, because a lot of them I've found have really good soundtracks and make a good atmosphere. It's just not, I can't relay that to you people, and I'm sorry for that. However, for now, we'll just have a nice little conversation, you and me and whoever else wants to watch this video. Now, I'm actually on the 10th puzzle now, and if you notice, you can kind of get lost. It's something I had an issue with in the last one, with all the different colors kind of making you lose your place, so to speak. You don't know which part you're working with, and you can definitely get mixed up, and I think that's part of the difficulty. And as it gets harder and harder and the puzzles get more integrated together, you can find that out. And I think there's probably a little bit better way to do it, but overall I think the difficulty curve's pretty well set, so to speak. I've had fun with it. So, with everything that's happened in the game, as well as it is, I'm going to be doing these videos. Some people are saying, oh, it's another internet so-and-so trying to be famous. This is really my therapy sessions, people. I'm having fun with this. I'm learning the programs. That's really what I'm doing. I'm looking at Audacity. I have a handheld microphone, and I'm also doing the editing myself, which luckily it's just the sake of adding a couple of frames of top, bottom, and maybe a joke here and there. By top and bottom, I mean beginning and end. Sorry, I always think things vertical. But if I do this to have fun, and hopefully you people will go out and it's like, oh, I want to try that too. Go for it. Hell, send me a link. Pardon me for swearing. I do swear a little bit. I try to keep it down, but every once in a while I'll let one slip. In the rant, I think I let 3. So, oops. I think I may actually got it. And that was Dynetzzle. Now, anyway, it's that guy. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. But you know what? At least it wasn't that kind of day. Now, thanks again for watching, listening, other videos, Twitter. Subscribe if you want. That'd make me happy. Thank you. Thank you.